Ebusuafo ni etiefo ni de kwanso me pa cho me ma obi bia akwaba we the jubilation and a good news. Ti me ma me kasa nyetintin e bebom to na yakohwe video no for ourselves. Na Mensah officially wabe declare a former president John Dramani Mahama as the president elect with a total vote in terms of percentages, and a percentage was 56.5%. A BC in the history of this republic. Ebusuame mam kasa nyetinti yenko ni ko tie semne for ourselves. Yewe bidding commercial yanko poncha no your case. We jubilation ni je nko.
Mahama Bawumia of the NPP obtained 4,657,304, being 41.61%. Daniel Augustus Latte Jr. of the DCPP obtained 16,673, being 0.15%. Christian Kwabena Andrews of the Ghana Union Movement obtained 16,461, being 0.15%. Kofi Apalu of the LPG obtained 5,219, being 0.09%. Mohamed Frimpong of the National Democratic Party obtained 4,413, being 0.04%. Nana Akosua Frimpong of the CPP obtained 23,397, being 0.21%. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6 million. Let me take that again. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6,328,397. And I'd like to repeat that. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6,328,397, being 56.55%. Mr. Hassan Ayariga of the APC obtained 17,461, being 0.16%. Mr. Kofi Kranting, independent candidate, obtained 3,320, being 0.03%. Mr. George Chumberima Edu, independent candidate, obtained 3,091, being 0.02%. Nana Kwame Biediaku, independent candidate, obtained 84,478, being 0.05%. Mr. Alan Kojo Tremanting, independent candidate, obtained 31,202, being 0.28%. The total valid votes cast add up to 11,191,422. Total rejected votes 239,109. Total votes cast 11,430,531. It's important to mention that the total registered voters add up to 18,774,159. And the percentage voter turnout based on the 267 constituencies stands at 60.9%. 60.9% based on the 267 constituencies. And as I mentioned, this does not include the 9 constituencies whose results we are yet to receive. Ladies and gentlemen, As mentioned earlier, results from the 9 constituencies are still as outstanding. The 9 constituencies are Ewutu Senya East, in Sawam, Aduajiri, Akwetia, Suhum, Techiman South, Domi Kwabenya, Ablekuma North, Ahafo Anon North, and Damango. The total registered voters in all 9 constituencies add up to 947,116. In the event that all the valid voters from the 9 constituencies above voted for the candidate who placed second, the total number of votes he would garner would be 5,604,420, representing 46.17% of the total valid votes, which would have been 12,138,538. The inclusion of the outstanding constituencies would have given the leading candidate 52.13%, which is still greater than the 50% plus 1 required to be declared a winner. And so even with that scenario, he's clearly the winner of the 2024 election. In the light of the above, ladies and gentlemen, I have the singular honor as the returning officer of the 2024 presidential election to declare His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as the winner of the 2024 presidential election and the President-elect of the Republic of Ghana, with a total percentage of 56.55%. Congratulations, sir.
From the EC headquarters where the declaration would be done, and we're just waiting for the returning officer to take her seat, Madam Jean Mensah, and once she does, we believe that the official announcement will start. And of course, our man Marina Egbeta is still there, and so he'll update us on it. But like I said, we heard from some executives, senior executives of the MPP, who have all converged at the office of the president-elect, awaiting the results, after which we're told that former President John Dramani Mahama would then address the crowd. And an overwhelming win, by the way. We're looking at the map, and it's just unbelievable. But again, Joyce Bawa Muktari said it's that all the votes that they lost in 2016 and 2020, God has given them the votes in 2024, and so she's happy about it. And so let me just engage my guests quickly, or do I go to Michael? Maybe I should go to Michael. He should run us through. All right, let's go to Michael and Beatrice right now. Michael, what do you have for us?
Bella, just looking at the map of Ghana so far, it's quite fascinating. Ghana has never looked this green ever. It's never looked this green. And if you look at the 2020 results, we know that the NDC won about 9 regions out of the lot. It just shows you that maybe Ghanaians were giving the NPP a signal and they probably missed it. And as you can see, that number Ghana has really gone green. So many regions, constituencies have been won by the NDC. If you even just casually check out some of the constituencies that, for instance, the NPP won, you see that Mahama even did some good numbers in some of those supposed strongholds. You see over there, and it just shows you the amount of confidence that the populace have vested in John Dramani Mahama, putting him at this record level of lead in terms of election results. It just tells you that the expectations would be serious.
All right. Well, Michael, thank you very much. And yes, like I said, we'll be crossing over shortly to the Electoral Commission headquarters where the announcement will be made. We're showing you live pictures at the moment. And we're awaiting. It's 4:33 p.m. The EC said they were going to announce at 4:30. So we expect that should happen in the next couple of minutes. And so live pictures on the screen right now. We are ready. And of course, we hope that you're also watching your election command center. We're also simulcasting on 3FM 92.7. So in case you have to leave and you cannot watch us, don't worry. You can listen to us on 3FM 92.7. Also, we're streaming live on Facebook at TV3 Ghana and on X at TV3 Ghana. So make sure you tune in. But my guests are still here. Let's just quickly take a look, listen to what they have to say ahead of the EC declaring the results. Solomon.
Well, I think the EC has to fast track the declaration. It's obvious the NDC has won an overwhelming majority in Parliament. They have won emphatically. The Ghanaian has proven that when you are given political mandate, there is only one thing that they expect from you: delivery, just perform. Yeah. Nothing more, nothing else. The New Patriotic Party decided to rely on ways and means, which failed at the last hour. And that is the more reason why we are seeing what we are seeing. All in all, I believe calm has to prevail. The NDC, as a political party that has won, must also begin to show how nationalistic they are to bring everyone on board. I think that is the posture that I expect the president-elect, His Excellency John Mahama, to begin to show that his administration will embrace all.
Okay.
One of the accusations of this Nana Bawumia government has been the fact that they were too inward-looking, dealing with a few people. Can you imagine a political party where its members of parliament were telling the president that, look, sack your finance minister? He says no. I mean, what sort of governance is that? And all these culminated the sort of defeat that they have seen, and I believe it must be a huge lesson to the NDC, particularly my brother, Comrade Mutala, who knows what it is. He himself was telling us a while ago that polling stations that hitherto the NDC found it very difficult winning, he won it. It's a statement, it's a protest vote. But if he can organize himself and do what the people are expecting of him, that will be all. But in all these, they have to be truthful to the people.
All right.
That does not mean that outrageous promises, you have to kill yourself. Carry the people along. Be truthful to them. If it is not there, it is not there.
Okay. Well, speaking of promises, I mean, we'll come back after the declaration to look at the 120-day action plan of John Dramani Mahama. But let me go to Dr. Ishmael Norman so he can also tell us. I mean, you've been asking the EC to declare the results. And I know you are very much on time. You don't like it when time is wasted. They told us 4:30 is 4:36. I mean, this is the longest wait ever, I'm sure, for any NDC member at this point. But finally, we're going to get the declaration so the nation can move on. What do you say?
It's already about time for the EC to do that, but I am so happy for this country that God has blessed us all to make a decisive decision for us all, inspired all of us to vote for NDC because God saw how we were all suffering. According to Vice President Bawumia, everybody was suffering. And God says, I will give you someone that will take you out of the misery. His ability to deliver. He's got overwhelming legitimacy. There is no doubt about the confidence Ghanaians have in him.
So they made a mistake in 2016?
We made a mistake.
We made a mistake in 2016.
It was a serious mistake. And we saw the result. Misery everywhere. It didn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are, we were all in the same kind of pain. And God said, I will deliver you from your misery. This is a response of our prayers.
Doc, someone's probably watching you wearing your suit and wondering if you're actually suffering, you know, at this point. Where I say everybody is suffering. Are you sure you suffered?
I was suffering.
You were suffering.
Because I take care of other people. So when they need me, I have to provide. So what I didn't have to provide, I was compelled to give it up so that they too can be balanced.
Comrade, you must be very excited. And I know you'll be heading to the office of the president-elect very shortly. But before that, let's find out from you. How do you feel at this moment that EC is finally going to announce?
Well, first and foremost, the stories we have seen and the experiences of EC officers and the gross incompetence they have demonstrated in some of the constituencies is nothing but a symptom of how grossly incompetent Jean Mensah and her team are. You see, when you appoint party activists, known party activists, as people who should manage your electoral processes, these are some of the challenges. Look, when Jean Mensah was appointed, I publicly stated that she was a family relation to the First Lady. And I remember Kweku Baku sat on Good Morning Ghana and Newz and said I was lying, only for it to be proven in open court.